Hey guys, you've joined us live on Moneycontrol. I'm Manisha Gupta, and the spotlight today is on metal prices, which actually have seen a decline for a third straight day. On a week-on-week basis as well, there has been some damage to these markets here. The reason for the decline in the metal prices is that we have seen the US dollar index continue to trade on a very firm note. It is trading at about 104 and it's also trading at a 5-month highs there. So the dollar-denominated commodities have seen some pressure come in because of that. All the data that has come in from China has been weaker, and all the stimulus measures that have come in from China also have not led to concrete demand coming back, and that's bad. The US Fed speeches are being to be watched out in the day today, and apart from that, the metals also are taking pressure from the fact that you have seen rise in China production and in China inventories for some many metals there, especially in case of copper, where we have seen inventories gain. That's what the metals have done in this week until now, 1 to 1.5% of decline in copper and aluminum. Zinc continues to be a better performer with more than 2% of gains in this week until now. But I also want to put on both the China inventories as we have seen. So to begin with, the China copper August production has seen a 15.5% of rise, and Chinese copper inventories, or rather the LME copper inventories right now, are at October 2022 highs. So that is a bit bearish for the prices. But where are metals headed from here? To get that conversation going, I am now joined by Mr. Ajay Kedia of Kedia Commodities. Ajay, hi, thank you so much for joining us. I want to start with copper first, and with the kind of fundamentals that we're looking at, whether it has been about production increase in Peru, increase in inventories on LME, rise in production in China, and then all the macro picture, everything seems slightly bearish.
Yeah, very good afternoon. Definitely, Manisha, whatever the points you have raised, definitely all are against to the copper. No doubt, we have always we see whenever there is a economy growth, definitely copper is acting as a barometer for the economy. But frankly, one side we have seen last couple of months, dollar index has reverted back from 99.50 to 105 level. We have seen Chinese data, because since quite long time we were expecting that China will come up with a rate cut or some stimulus to support the economy. Despite after 15th of August, data came, but still the confirmation or firmness was not seen in numbers. We have seen factory orders or import-export data last month was been slightly contracting. Even from US, factory goods order has been declining in the month of July. So nothing is really coming up. Despite that, we are seeing copper prices on domestic market is handling near to 725 level. So we can say, futurely, definitely things have been going to be positive as central banks are keen to see the growth in the market, but need to have a certain boosting things. But here, inventories are continuously raising. Inventory on LME register is around 107,425, which is
well, yes, we have seen
inventories
continue to rise, as you mentioned. But what is your sense on prices from here on? Because would you say that a near-term bottom has been made? Have you turned a buyer from here, or do you think that the copper prices will hold on to a range going forward for the near term at least?
See, at least I would not prefer to take short position, because much of the time on chart we have seen 780, 720 acted as a very strong support. So I would say keep sideways as of now for next 1 week period. Fed is expected to give an unchanged scenario for September interest rate. After that, we can see a good bounce. So I think 720, 722 is acting as a very good support where one can buy with a stop loss of 710, and we can again see prices moving towards 740, 744 zone by mid of October. So I would prefer to take buy rather than taking short from this level.
How would you also look at zinc then, Ajay? Because this is one metal that seems to be doing slightly better. I mean, this was an underperformer. It suddenly seems to be inching up. Is it doing a catch-up, or do you see trend changing?
It was very much surprised, but still, if we calculate the YTD, it's negative showing on performance-wise. But we have seen Chinese zinc output was around 526,500, which was slightly decreased month on month by around 4.5%, which was slightly getting good support. Prices are making very good base near to 216 level. No doubt, Chinese, again, the data point, or even ILZ has clearly told the surplus has risen in the month of June to 76,000. Little bit some pullback has been there, but I think 216, 217 is acting as a very good support for zinc prices. I would prefer to take long in zinc as compared to copper and any other metal. Maybe we can see price once again moving towards the level of 225 to 28 by mid of October.
Ajay, I do understand that there are lots of ifs and buts as we move from here. What if the dollar index gains? What if the US Fed keeps the interest rates higher for longer? What if China demand doesn't come back? So with this kind of scenario, if there was a risk and reward that you would see in metals, how do you see the rest of 2023 panning out?
See, I think economy should grow up, and all the central banks are trying very well to support the economy. So I think generally it's a practice for China whenever New Year start for China in the month of January, generally 3-4 months back only they start integrating the thing. So I think October month onwards, I am very much bullish for base metal. The demand side is going to be again recovering. No doubt some concerns are related to data already been discounted. So I am very much bullish after October month. We can see prices once again towards the level of 787, 90 for copper. Zinc should come up again around 235, 240 by year end. Aluminium was slightly surprised because the production is been slightly on higher side as compared to previously. But then also prices are consistently holding near the level of 195, 196. Maybe this could support the prices, and way back again by December, we may see prices moving towards 218, 220 level. So overall, in last quarter, things have been going positive for base metals.
Ajay, while of course there are a lot of uncertainties, but on charts, markets can also see the dollar index. What's your sense on that one?
Yeah, I think last year, October, we have seen 140 level. Then we have seen a crash to the level of 99.50. This is just a retracement, because still the number, or we can say in the October, once again, there will be a threat of shutting down by government. So maybe some kind of uncertainty will prevail, continue to be dollar, because dollar de-dollarization is very much active in 23. So I'm expecting a little bit bounce towards 106 level, maybe possible by mid of October we can see, but not beyond that level, because interest rate has to come down by 24. So I think only a 0.25 rate hike has been left in 23. After that, there won't be any rate hike, and definitely prices should, dollar should come down. So I'm hoping maximum on higher side, 106, 106.40, what we have seen in the month of February, March, and downside is still open, but I can say by year end we should be again near the 99 or 100 levels up.
All right, Ajay, thank you so much for joining us. So that's the view coming in. The dollar index could see a slide even below 100 for that matter, and that clearly turns positive for many of those base metal prices going forward. So good days coming in for the metal prices if you are an investor and would like to hold until the end of this year.